Hello, everyone. We wholeheartedly welcome you all, esteemed delegates and friends, to Panorama International Literature Festival 2024, conducted by Writers' Capital International Foundation worldwide. I'm Secretary General and PILF Chief Coordinator Irene Doura Kavadia, extending you a warm embrace from Athens, Greece. Welcome to our live session, which is actually a celebration of literature and of life, because we in Writers' Capital bridge cultures and unite nations. Therefore, we have joined all together in the realm where life meets literature in today's special session with renowned intellectuals. We're here today having personalities from all across the globe, and this is fantastic. Panorama International Literature Festival is one of the two signature programs of the Writers' Capital, along with Panorama Arts Festival, in which hundreds of writers from across the world get together, marking the beginning of yet another season of celebration of literature. Panorama Literature Festival is also a world record-winning program as the lengthiest multilingual festival of literature where renowned literateurs like you participate from more than 87 countries, and this year meditated upon the theme Agni, the spark, or the element of fire, composing a work for eternity. At this point, I have the pleasure to deliver to you all the best wishes and the warm welcome of Preet Nambiar, our Honorable President, founder of Writers' Capital Foundation and Panorama Chairman, poet, author, educationist, and ardent humanitarian. The mastermind behind the Panorama Festival, and also behind the highly inspirational theme of it, which hundreds of writers across the world have been able to delve into. He has also made efforts to inspire the young generation for a better planet, as school children and students have also been involved in the project called The Embers of Change, trying to turn words into action by contributing to a reduced carbon footprint. In this session, we proudly announce the Quill Compendium 2024, the captivating literary venture affiliated with the renowned Panorama Literature Festival. This vibrant publication is said to be a multicolored masterpiece designed to international standards. It features significant writers and distinguished delegates who grace the Panorama International Festival, ensuring a global reach as the book is distributed across the world. Its unique advantages lie in its dual format, first of all, as it will be available both online and in print, providing a diverse audience with convenient access. Plus, Writer's Edition feature. Articles published in the book will be showcased in our prestigious online magazine, Writer's Edition, attracting thousands of readers globally. Today, we have the pleasure to have among us as chief guest Dr. Srilakshmi Adhyapak, a renowned literature and author of Writers International Edition. Let me tell you some things about our chief guest. Dr. Srilakshmi Adhyapak hails from Bangalore. She's a doctor by profession and has specialized in interventional cardiology. She's presently professor and head of the Department of Cardiology, St. John's Medical College Hospital, Bangalore, India. She composes poems during leisure and pursues it as a hobby. She derives inspiration from nature and events around her. She has been inspired by ancient scriptures and has composed poems on the Ramayana and various other mythological stories. In the book she has written, she has rendered the, I'm not sure if I say it right, Bhagavad Gita in English poetry. Her recent book, The Song Divine, was published by Writers International Edition and was nominated for Panorama Golden Book Awards 2023. Dr. Srilakshmi, the dice to you to greet us.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Irene. Good evening, everybody. And it's a great honor for me to be invited as a chief guest of such a prestigious organization. I thank the Writers International Foundation. I thank Irene. I thank Mr. Preet Nambiar. And this is a forum for literary giants and for poets. And poetry and creative writing is something which a person derives immense pleasure from, which is unfortunately given to only a few people because the whole population is not able to do creative writing. Everybody is not able to. And I consider that I pity the people who are not able to write because I see how much pleasure, how much bliss, peace the author or the poet derives while writing something beautiful. And this particular theme of Panorama International Festival is based on fire or Agni, which is one of the five elements of nature. And it begins with a spark, it can rage into an inferno. So I would like to metaphorically say that you have sparked it, and hopefully all the writers will blaze as an inferno in your forum. Thanks to you. Thank you very much. God bless.
Congratulations for these wonderful words that sounded so poetic too. And
Thank you.
I have read
Thank
your
you.
precious book, The Song Divine. It's really, really profound. And I don't know how you were able to write it just a little bit of leisure time because being a doctor doesn't let you have much
I
leisure, I'm
had
sure.
I happened to have 2 months of vacation during which I decided to write it.
Beautiful. So we
Thank
wish you more vacations so that more beautiful things will arise out of them.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much.
You too. You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, without further ado, let us indulge in our delegates' inspiring verses, thoughts, and mottos on the theme Spark, the Element of Fire, into which since antiquity our forefathers have delved. Therefore, I now pass on the task of conducting this so special program to our Chief Advisor of Writers' Capital Foundation, among other titles, dear Joan Josep Barcelo, who will curate today's session along with the precious assistance of our dear Filippo Papa, Director of Artistic Innovation of Panorama. The dais to you.
Thank you very much, Irene, and thank you very much, and greetings to Shralizdimi Adiapak. Thank you very much.
Doctors, relax me.
Yeah, warm flug
I
for
think I
you.
have learned it.
No,
Very difficult to
thank you.
pronounce the name.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, I want to congratulate our guests today in this session, this live session. I am very happy to collaborate with the poetry from people that is very, very interested in this theme of to write with words that is the emotions that is all the things that can connect in our world today and to express to everybody the sense of life. The theme of the panorama this year is the fire, Agni, and I want to ask you to speak a little bit about this fire of the poetry. The first I want to speak is Marshall Lee. Uh, Good afternoon, because now we are in Europe. You are
Yes,
living in England now,
yes, I live in England right
in
now,
Cambridge. Okay.
in
Thank
Cambridge.
you to be with us. I leave you the word to speak about your poetry, your thought about this. What is the poem for you, and what you can connect. What is this fire in our body, this fire in our mind, that you can connect this with the poems.
Yes, absolutely. The way I will see fire and in connection with poetry is through the notion of spark. Spark is the time when you ignite something. It could be an engine, it could be a mind, or it could be a soul. It's the time that when you spark something with, let's say, poetry, that is the time I got inspired. So when inspiration comes into my mind and then my soul, it naturally ignite a fire inside of me and then let me write. Sometimes this could be an external stimuli, for example, an event that happens, whether that will be sad or a happy one. Sometimes it will just be a moment in my life when I cherish the view in front of me and talking with the people that I love. These moments, just like fire, they spark inspiration inside me that allow me to write a poem. So this is my take on the fire. Should I read one poem of mine in the next session? Oh, lovely. All right, I would love to do so.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. I wrote a poem about a year ago, and I managed to translate that from Chinese to English just a few days ago with friends' help. It was about the passing away of someone that is really important to me. But this kind of events, unfortunate episode in our lives, similarly spark a fire inside of me that made me cherish the life, cherish, humanity more than ever before. I wish you all enjoy. News arrived at night. A belated text struck me into an emotional void. For the first time, death stepped into my life, yet marking another's end. At night, an alien horn resounds in the loft of words. I once taught you to craft eloquence in English, to find spiders of sorrow webbing only in mother tongue's nooks. Today, while America embellishes my poems, Chinese riots inflame my tongue abroad. For me, time is severed by sprawling borderlines. I'm barred outside in my early 20s, while cocoon within remain a force of my life. When tidings of death orbit the globe, sounding New Year's wreaths, accompany once more, even only through a photo of yours. If I may, I would also like to present this in original language, Mandarin Chinese, by which I originally write. It will be like this. 夜来闻讯，微信迟来的消息，吐露情绪的黑洞。死神第一次走进我的人生，以另一段人生的结束。夜里，陌生的喇叭吹响在语言的阁楼。我曾经辛辛苦苦打造过英文的词藻，却发现忧郁的蜘蛛只结网在母语的角落。如今，美国装点起我的诗歌，中文的韵脚在异乡的口中发言。我的时间隔绝在长长的国境线。22岁的我被挡在外面，正如我1/4的人生包裹在里面。当噩耗绕过地球，吹响新年的簧片，再陪我一次，哪怕只是你的相片。This is the end of the poem. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. Peihang, is very, very nice to hear you in Chinese because I like much this language. I think the sound is very, very interesting to know other languages of we are speaking, everybody of us. Thank you very much to be with us. You continue with us. You then Filippo ask you a question, and then you can read another poem, please, in the end. Okay?
Sure.
That's okay?
That's fine.
Now we are going to Greece to speak with a big friend, my brother, is Vasilis Pasipoularidis. Is okay, Pasipoularidis in Greek?
It's fine, my brother John.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
I think I plan and I say some words about you. You have written some books now, I think 4 books or 5.
I have until now 4 books, and I'm preparing one more, and the title will be The Fifth Element of Platonas.
Okay,
I
also
think.
say us the titles of the books that you have written, and
Yes.
please, if you can to say what is for you this fire in the poem, in the poetry, that is connected under your opinion with this flame, the flame of the fire, the Agni, with the literature, and then you can read the first poem, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So, if I have heard correctly, you asked me to say the titles of the books.
Yeah, the titles, yes.
Yes. The first book has the title Eftaum Dekatria in Greek. The second one is Basil Leaves, Phila Vasilikou. The third one is Conio. And the fourth one is Blackberries. So these are the titles. And I would like to say good evening, everybody. So it's a great pleasure and special honor for me to be at Panorama for another year. The Panorama is, and I feel it, my family. Yes, the two of them. I would like to thank our president, Prith Nambiar, Irene Doura Kavadia for their contributions, and then especially Joan, who is a life mentor for me and a legendary poet. Thank you very much for including me in today's session. So let the fire begin. This year's Panorama theme is crucial. Our society is plagued by many internal issues. Fire is the powerful element of purification, and it must function as such in our souls and minds. It should permit each of us, and we should convey it using whatever means we have. So now in poetry, fire is another expression of the muse, is the truth and the light that permit the words. It is the courage to write them as they should be. Poets have a duty to convey the flame of inner revolution and philosophy through our words, with the aim of shaping a world that is stronger, peaceful, and above all, cleansed. The poetry fire brings order to chaos. In conclusion, I would like to say that the flame of Panorama transmitted through us, through the hundreds of poets and writers, and I am sure that this fire will give birth to a better world. Thank you very much.
You can read the poem now?
Yes, of course.
I please, it is possible in English or translated.
Yes.
You want, and in Greek, please, in original language.
Okay, it is in English. So I choose my poem from the latest book, Blackberries. The title of the poem is Iphaistos. Yes, it is Iphaistos, that was the god of fire in ancient Greek mythology. I try all alone. I shovel the schools I attend on life's eternal desk. I get everybody's repulsion drunk. I find my way. In a reality of despotism, my existence, diaconess, my wounds, such as my mistakes, all alone, with not a drop of water for me to drink. The light from God's does not reach my window. Only the birds pecking the glass of the back bring a piece of it on their wings for me, and thus it reflects on the ground I live. Me, I do not get injured. I have no wounds. Every morning, I wait the death to come, to steal, to blossom, to offer them every night to the moon, being cursed, looking at my wounds until to catch up with them. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, John.
You can read in Greek. Do you can read in Greek? It's possible?
Yes, but please give me some time to find it. Μόνος προσπαθώ. Φτιαρίζω τα σχολεία που φυτώ στη ζωή στο αιώνιο θρανείο. Μεθώ τα αποθυμένα όλων. Πορεύομαι. Σε μια συνθήκη δεσποτείας, διακονία η ύπαρξής μου. Μοναχές οι πληγές και τα λάθη μου. Δίχως για εμέ στάλα νερό. Το φως των θεών δεν περισσεύει στο παραθύρι μου. Μονάχα τα πουλιά που ραμφίζουν το γυαλί φέρουν κομμάτι του στα φτερά τους και τούτο ξανά διαθλάται στην αλάνα που κατοικώ. Δεν τραυματίζομαι εγώ, πληγές δεν έχω. Κάθε πρωί έρχεται ο θάνατος, τις κλέβει, τις ανθίζει και τη νυχτιά της προσφέρει στη σελήνη. Καταραμένος να τις κοιτώ μέχρι να τις προφτάσω. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you, Vasilis. Then we continue with you. Filippo ask you a question and you can read a new poem in the end.
Of course.
At the end. Now we are going to Portugal, to Porto, where is the city of the wine, the Porto wine. Cristina, good afternoon. Boa tarde. Do you want to speak in English? Do you want to speak in Portuguese? Or you can choose. What do you want?
Both of them. A little one in English and the other one
Fala português. Fala português, será muito melhor.
Sim. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cristina Pizarro from Portugal. I'm a poet and writer. This introduction in English for everyone to understand. I've at this moment three books published. This is one of them, profession clown. Another one, it's poetry. You step of the life, and the last one, it's recently. It's about some little writers, some little accounts in not poetry, in how can I say, in
novel, a Roman.
Not exactly, but similar, yes. And in my native language, I don't know if I can read a poem, Juan, about this.
You can read in Portuguese if you want, or in English, can you want?
Yes,
you want.
I'm going to read in Portuguese a poem that I've sent to Writers Capital Foundation about this theme of these years. And in Portuguese, it is luz. It means light, okay? Ardiam como velas, lentamente as palavras gastas, as não ditas, as malditas, fez-se em cinza a chama, a luz, o fogo, o calor dos corpos, o calor das almas, a febre, O encantamento foi descendo, como cera, pela coluna do castiçal. Soprou às velas um vento, num desejo súbito de mudança. Edificou-se um castelo, no cimo do monte, pleno de janelas abertas, por onde a vida fluía livremente. Nos jardins, passava à sombra das árvores uma alegria infantil, à procura de brinquedos. E achou, nas mãos do anjo antigo, a serenidade a descoberto do que foi capaz.
Através das janelas pode-se ver o fogo. Through the
Dime.
windows is possible to see the fire.
Yes.
Then
Through
explain
the
what is the
windows,
fire for
we
you
can
with the
see.
poetry, please.
Dime.
Cosa è fuoco legato con a poesia, con un poema? Cosa sta a dire a poesia quando fala do fogo?
Sí, a través de we can see through the windows, we can see everything. This is the question. I don't understand very well.
La pergunta que estou a fazer é se, através das janelas, tu vês o fogo. É dove a ligação tra o fogo e a poesia.
Sí, yo creo que yo creo que en castellano, yo creo que nosotros vivimos, nuestra vida es un fuego. Nosotros vivimos dependientes del fuego, el fuego interior y el fuego exterior. Y tiene que haber un equilibrio para nosotros conseguirmos gestionar ese equilibrio entre el fuego interior, que es la motivación, que es la imaginación, que es la iniciativa, con lo que está por de fuera. Y que mientras uno consigue equilibrar esos dos padrones, pues a partir de dentro se ve el fuego que hay dentro, se ve el fuego que hay en el exterior. Todo es fuego, es la motivación, es como que la ignición, el motor, lo que despoleta nuestras vidas y lo que hacemos con ellas.
Muchas gracias. Luego continuaremos contigo, Cristina. Gracias. Muito obrigado.
De nada.
Now we are going to Italy to speak with Marica Pinardi from Milano.
Hello at all.
Good evening.
Good evening all to you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Barcelo, for having me invited in this convention. Mi sentite?
Sì, vuoi parlare in italiano o preferisci parlare in inglese?
I try to speak in English. Thank you.
You can explain us what is the theme of the Panorama Festival this year is the fire. I ask everybody what signifies the fire, the flame of the fire with the poetry, with the poems. What do you think is this? What do you think in a poem when you write a poem, when you read the poem? What do you think is the part of the fire in this poem?
For me, the fire represents energy and rebirth. When I write poems, is expression of emotion by channeling on the paper the inspiration that strike me as divination. Fire represents rebirth. Let's think about a mythical beast, the phoenix. At the end of its life, it dies in an explosion of flames, and from it, a small phoenix is born. So, for me, it's a sort of rebirth and divination.
Do you think to read for us a first poem?
Yes, but I don't have a translator in English. I can read in Italian.
Okay, it's okay.
Rinascita. La luna illumina il mare oscuro, celato dal manto della notte. In lontananza odo lo sciabordio delle onde. Disegno figure con la sabbia ancora umida. Mi riscaldo accanto a un falò. Le fiamme ammaliano il mio sguardo, mi trasportano in uno spazio senza tempo. Le accompagna una mistica melodia. Singole fiamme zampillano, si alternano in una danza sfrenata, mi circondano, mi unisco a loro, divento fiamma. Unite divantiamo verso il cielo. La materia si fa cenere, purificata, lo spirito si eleva, rinasco.
Question, a little question. Where did you find the way to go with the poetry?
I don't know because I write poems till I was 16. For me, is a sort of divination.
Okay, then I ask you a new poem, prepare you a new poem to read at the end, and
Yeah.
Filippo then ask you a question. And
Yes.
now, anem cap a Mallorca, no sé, te xerro en català o te xerro en anglès?
Pots xerrar en anglès, si vols.
Ho entendràs, t'anirà bé.
Bé, entendreu, ho entenc tot.
Bueno, idò va bé. Si vols xerrar, pots xerrar com tu vulguis, no hi ha problema. Now I present a Majorcan poet from Mallorca. Is Llorenç Garrit. Is a poet? No, is maybe a writer. I think is some strange, some rare, because the book he is writing books like this are non si chiama in italiano questo.
Fumetti.
Some comics is a type of literature very particular. He has published two like this, but he also is writing and collaborating collaborating with another books. See, okay, Laca per rates is Laca is no sé cómo se dice en inglés. For mouses.
Topo.
For mouses, no?
In English, I think it's rat spray.
Okay, the rat spray. Okay, and the other is lobocoitomia is three words inside together. Lobo is maybe a medical word. The lobo, to cut something, an operation and surgical. Coito is the coitus. It's not very difficult to understand. And tomia is the end for an exercise to do something, to do something. Then you can explain us, because you are why you are writing these books for is there are books for children, are books for normal people, are books for someone every special?
Well, the books are not for children, for adult people who wants to read something different and with a background of sarcasm. It's always I use the humor to talk about the situation of life, or to satirize parts of philosophy, but I don't want to moralize in any way. That's why I do that things in the case of humor.
Yes, Llorenç is also maybe the life from Llorenç is maybe artist. You are a painting, an artist of painting. Do you can show us something about you?
Yes. Here, one of my paintings.
You can see a model picture from Llorenç. Now, at this moment, this is in a exposition at Palma, but is always is doing these activities. And to read something from the book maybe will be very difficult. I don't know. You can read something.
I can read something from the first book. Maybe it's easy than the second one.
Okay, hello. Then if you can to read something about you.
Yes, I select in this book in the sprite.
Sprite.
There
Yes.
are always conversations between two aliens. These two aliens, and all the conversations are aspiring. The inspiration from books, especially from philosophy, from the Tao to Nietzsche, from a big spectrum. And one of these conversations is, I have it very clear, and the other one answered, you need to know a lot to start adapting. And other one maybe is, I have come to know myself, and the other one tell, I have come to create myself. And always the book is this play between these two persons.
The book from Llorenç, this book, the Rat Sprite, is speaking a conversation with aliens, between different aliens. They are speaking, and it's a message from the philosophy. And Llorenç want to express to everybody that is the connection from the philosophy, from the mind, the thought, and maybe I think is very useful for children.
The first one, yeah, this one can the children.
The second more for adults.
The second is more punk, and the little bit heavy than the other.
Okay, then
it's less philosophy and more social.
Social theme. Okay, and the question: what is for you the fire?
The fire, for me, in the poetry,
very important. In Mallorca, very important, the fire. Huh?
Yeah, the fire is very important for life. That's why I think the poems and haikus or what you write must have a fire inside. It is what gives them life. If there is not fire in them, there is only the decoration. And for me, it's so empty then. If you put the fire in the text or what you're doing, I think it's more authentic.
Okay, thank you very much, Llorenç. We follow you then. Okay, now I present you Filippo Papa, my companion here in Mallorca is spending some days with me here to work together because we have many things to do, and he's arrived yesterday. And Filippo, you can to do the greetings to everybody, and you can ask a question for everyone.
Sorry, you speak Italian.
Then you speak in Italian.
Allora un saluto a tutti, grazie per essere qui con noi. Io sono contentissimo di essere qui con Joan a Maiorca e di condurre questo incontro direttamente qui con lui. Un saluto alla Writers Capital Foundation nella persona di Irene Doura Kavadia, grazie Irene. Allora, volevo iniziare un po' a fare qualche domanda che mi incuriosisce particolarmente. Iniziamo dall'amica Cristina, dal Portogallo.
The first question is for Cristina.
Cristina,
Hello.
Ciao cara, come stai?
Stai bene? Dimmi.
Tu capisci l'italiano? Mi comprendi in italiano?
Penso di
A
sì.
little, a little, in
A
English, a
little, a
little.
little, ok, ok, ok.
Okay, you can say
Cristina,
in Italian.
eh, cosa ti spinge a scrivere poesie? Qual è la cosa, il fuoco che ti viene interiore nell'esprimere le tue poesie?
One, you can translate if I don't say some words because Italian I
Translate,
understand,
Joan.
but I cannot speak.
What is
I
what
think
is the thing that
Inspiration.
is inspiration for your poetry related with the fire?
sí, yo he entendido la cuestión, la dificultad es que mi respuesta puede que sea necesario que la traduzcas.
No, no, habla en portugués, fa in português.
Fala em português?
Sì, sì.
Para mim, escrever é uma necessidade como respirar. Eu não posso viver sem respirar. Este movimento. This is a poem. Ok? Eu não escrevo por esforço, não escrevo para agradar, não escrevo para ser simpática, eu escrevo porque tenho necessidade. É uma necessidade biológica, básica, primária. Da mesma forma que eu preciso de comer, que eu preciso de respirar, que eu preciso ter saúde para viver, eu escrevo. Não consigo deixar de o fazer. Ou seja, isto naquela pirâmide de Maslow, na pirâmide de Maslow, as necessidades básicas, eu incluo a poesia. A pirâmide de Maslow inclui comer, saúde, as necessidades primárias do ser humano, e eu incluo a poesia. Não vivo sem isto. Portanto, eu escrevo por necessidade. O que vem depois, se as pessoas gostam, se sentem confortáveis, porque eu consigo transmitir por palavras aquilo que elas sentem e não conseguem fazer, é um feedback positivo, é uma mais-valia para mim, é um conforto, mas não é à procura disso que eu escrevo. Eu escrevo porque preciso de o fazer. É uma necessidade básica para mim. Ok? Não consigo deixar de o fazer. Se deixar de o fazer, deixo de ser quem sou. E eu isso não me permito. Acho que não tenho, não consigo. Está para além das minhas forças. Escrevo porque a motivação interior é tal que eu tenho que recorrer. Posso publicar, não publicar, mostrar a alguém, não mostrar, mas escrever, pelo menos para mim, eu faço por necessidade. Não sei se consegui transmitir a ideia.
Chiarissimo, chiarissimo, Cristina.
Grazie, grazie, grazie.
nada,
Briefly,
nada.
the translation is that she is writing because she needs to write to live to the life for Cristina. Writing is maybe to live is the life is a necessity. It's not a pleasant, it's not a pleasure to write. It's maybe a necessity to find every day a thing to go to another day, a new day.
Grazie Cristina, un beso.
Un beso.
Adesso volevo fare una domanda a Masha.
Mascelli, hi dear. Mascelli, io sono curioso di capire, di sapere se tu trovi delle differenze nel scrivere poesie con il tuo idioma, quindi con la tua lingua cinese, che comunque sappiamo essere una lingua che ha un carattere diverso da quello occidentale, quindi se trovi una differenza nel scrivere in cinese e poi oppure in inglese.
Do you think there are difference between to write in Chinese because you are symbols to write in Chinese and in European English language that we use letters? Then do you think what do you think about the difference to read in each language?
Yeah, thank you all for the question first, and I really thank Writers Capital to holding this event. Truly my honor to be here, and oh my, I'm now talking about Chinese and English literature. I find really humbled by just the fact that I'm asked this question. Well, if I may, I'll start by saying that yes, there is a huge difference writing in different languages. And for me personally, and I think lots of poets share this sentiment, and that is, I can only do creative writing, or the most natural language for me to write creative writings, especially poetry, will be my mother tongue, which is Mandarin Chinese. So when I first write a poem, I usually will write in Chinese. But then it is fascinating to see when I start to translate that, it's almost like a process of cooling it down, right? I can be more careful about the word choices, about how the rhymes are positioned in every line. So it's almost like, so in China, when I write in Chinese, it's almost like I'm just following the flow. I'm just following whatever, that spark, that fires inside me brings me to. But when I translate that into English, or when I write in English, it gives me a very different feeling. And that is like ice, right? You cool, when you catch a fever, you put an ice pack on your forehead. You cool down by a lot. And then you can, start to engineer a poem to see which word, for example, is the best translation of this word in Chinese. Or do I need to find another word? May not be a direct translation, but it conveys the same meaning. So this is more like an engineering, engineering sense when you come to literature. Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm not the most multilingual person in this Zoom seminar. A lot of you are multilingual, very successful poets. I really love to listen from how you guys take on this.
Io
Dopo me la traduci.
dopo rispondi the follow-up question. Then I translate that you say.
Ok, volevo passare adesso all'Italia. Se vuoi possiamo parlare in italiano, se ti va, Marica. Piacere, Filippo. È un piacere averti qui con noi. Ti volevo chiedere, da quanto tempo tu scrivi e che cos'è per te, rappresentare le tue emozioni con la scrittura, con la poesia?
How
Scrivo
long she is writing and what is the connection with the poetry?
Say it again, please. Pardon me.
How long is writing Marica poetry and what is the connection with the poems, with the writing?
Allora, io scrivo da quando ho 16 anni e diciamo che è una cosa che mi viene naturale. Spesso mi capita di dovermi fermare, se sono anche per strada, perché è come se avessi un canale aperto, capita l'ispirazione, mi devo fermare e scrivere. Può essere che mi ispira un'immagine, può essere un tramonto, una canzone o magari qualcuno che osservo mentre passo, che magari cammino per andare al lavoro. È come se mettessi su carta quello, cioè come io vedo il mondo, cioè come io sento e vedo il mondo. Questo è sempre stato così. Se mi metto a scrivere una poesia perché qualcuno mi dà un tema, se non sono ispirata non riesco, quindi per me diventa difficile, cioè devo trovare il momento giusto in cui arriva proprio l'ispirazione.
Okay, thank you. She's
Grazie.
writing about that surrounds her and it's maybe more useful for Marica to write this than to write when is a theme, to organize it a theme. She prefers to write that surrounds her.
Grazie Marica, un abbraccio, eh? Grazie, grazie mille. È bella questa cosa che hai detto, che ti fermi e scrivi, è veramente molto bella, perché significa che non riesci a fermarti, questa è una cosa che è veramente bella.
Grazie.
Adesso passiamo alla Grecia, la mia amata Grecia. Greece,
Vasilis.
Vasilis.
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry, I muted the
Hi,
microphone.
Vasilis, dear Vasilis.
Hello, Filippo.
Caro.
Nice to see you.
Grazie. Ti volevo chiedere quanto è importante per te il rapporto con la fantastica mitologia greca nella tua poesia?
How
Eh,
important is the relation between your poems and the Greek mythology? Is Greek. Vasilis is Greek.
per questo glielo chiedo.
Thank you very much for this question, Filippo. So let's see. The Blackberries, my last book, have the titles are all on the names. I'm using names of gods in ancient mythology, Greek mythology. So for me, it's really important because mythology, including the fire from the Greek philosophy. So it's really important for me to use it carefully and with respect into my poems. So I think that I use a lot of mythology in my poems, and I love doing this because it's really useful to speak with other poets all over the world, because it's a common code, these words and these images that mythology creates within my poems. So I think so that that's the most correct reply from me.
Thank you, Vasilis.
Thank you very much.
Grazie Vasilis, grazie. Bellissimo, anch'io amo la mitologia greca, anche se sono italiano, però l'adoro. Passiamo a Llorenç, l'amico Llorenç. Ciao caro.
Ciao,
Ciao
Filippo.
caro, come stai? Bene?
Molto bene.
Allora, a me colpisce molto, tu sei prima di tutto un pittore, quindi un artista. Le tue illustrazioni che vedo nei tuoi libri mi portano a pensare che tu abbia un rapporto fra immagine e parola. Qual è, secondo te, l'unione proprio fra l'immagine visiva e la parola? Che cos'è per te?
What is the relationship between the word and the image?
In this case, in that part of my work, it's very important. But I think it's more important the parola than the image in these comics, because the image only reinforces the parolas between the persons who are talking, or the gags are that inside the book. I think it's for be a little bit separated from my other work of painter. It's only image, and in this case I can mix things and maybe go a little bit more far. That's all.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you very much, Llorenç. And now we are going to the end of the session. I tell you about a name of a poet. And please, you can read a new poem, okay, of you. The first, Peihang, Marshall.
Yes, I will be happy.
I say a name of a poet. It's not Chinese, it's Japanese. Basho.
Basho?
Do you know? Do you know Basho?
Yes, he wrote very good
Writing si chiama the little poems.
yes. Haiku.
Haiku. Yes,
Yeah.
the haiku. And tell something about the poetry of China, Chinese in general from China, or Chinese poems, poets, and you can read the last poem of you.
Okay. I do see Chinese poetry as a great tradition that pass on to contemporary Chinese, literati. For me, it's more like an intellectual community in which generations and generation poets inspire each other and put themselves in conversation with each other through writing poems and other forms of literature. I do get a lot of inspiration from those ancient Chinese poets. And Chinese is a unique language because it's not photonic. So people today can still read and understand how what people wrote 2,000 years ago, and even about 1,000 years, 2,000 years ago, and still find a resonation. So this is a unique part about Chinese poetry. And I do have a lot of admiration of Japanese literature and haiku and basho, for example, one of the best, because his haiku are always so concise and almost like a Zen moment in literature in which I can, have a peace of mind just to resonate with that particular moments he captures. Well, without this kind of,
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, so I will just proceed to my own poem.
Okay.
The last poem of mine, I'll read it in Chinese first. It's called Moments. 时刻，如雨的黄昏中，望见曲折的人生之河，蜿蜒的河岸刻着过往的时辰，岁月终归流向了盐。金属般的阳光敲击我们，头顶无数只透明的耳朵听见，无声的悲欢藏在此刻的风暴阵中。街上飘下的大雨，涂抹着彩窗里如许的孤独，曾在藩篱间回荡的心情，沉入草纸上墨的重。记忆里珍藏的闪电，都在诗中化作肿胀的相逢。温顺的动词握在心爱的火炉旁，照映沙发上男孩脸红的时刻。Now English version. Moments. In the rain-drenched twilight, I gaze upon the winding river of life. Its meandering banks etched with past hours. Time, at last, flows towards the sailing end. Metallic sunbeats hammer upon us. Above, countless transparent airs here. The silence, joy, and sorrows encased in the storm of the moment. The heavy rain drifting down the streets smears the isolated hues behind stained windows. Emotions, once echoing between fences, sink into the weight of ink on rice paper. Lightning treasured in memory transform in verbs into swollen encounters. Gentle verbs rest beside the beloved hairs, reflecting the blush of a boy in the couch. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Peihang. A warm hug for you. And you are welcome with us always. Always. Do you want to be with us? You are welcome. Thank you very much. Now we are going to Greece, to Vasilis another time. I say a name of a Greek poet. Konstantinos Kavafis. Do you know Konstantinos Kavafis Ithaca?
Of course,
Do
I
you
know
know-
Konstantinos Kavafis.
Do you know
Of course.
the poem? Yes. Then explain for you that is the Greek poetry.
Mhm.
And you can read the last poem translated in English and in Greek you want.
Thank you very much, John. So I think so that everyone knows Konstantinos Kavafis. Generally, the poetry in Greece began at the era of Homeros, if you know Homeros, and continued until today that we have a lot of poets, and we have a poet that proposed for a Nobel Award, Michalis Mitakidis. So poetry is in our blood, I can say. It's really important for us to read and write poems, and I think so that a lot of us will love this art. I think so that poetry is really important for our lives. So my last poem, it's also from Blackberries. It's called Athena. Athena was the goddess of wisdom, war, and the arts in ancient Greek mythology. So I will read it in English and first. A desire to live a Saturday afternoon, softly, like an untitled cloud, after a family walk. My regular psychology into my arms, having for clothing the words I understood, a purple tear in my eyes, given up to the unity, to stare at my father's eyes, to taste the god's discordant caress. I desire to live a Saturday afternoon, softly, while the world will celebrate a resurrection, searching for a Messiah's misfallen, burning like an angry fire. So now in Greek, θέλω να φύγω απόγευμα Σαββάτου, απαλά, ως σύννεφο άτιτλο, ύστερα από βόλτα οικογενειακή, αγκαλιά με την έκρηθμη ψυχολογία μου, να έχω για ρούχο τις λέξεις που κατάλαβα, στα μάτια ένα δάκρυ πορφυρό, στην ολότητα αφημένους, να αντικρίσω του πατέρα μου τα μάτια, του Θεού να γευτώ το παράτερο χάδι. Θέλω να φύγω απόγευμα Σαββάτου, απαλά, όταν ο κόσμος θα γιορτάζει μια Ανάσταση, αναζητώντας ενός Μεσσία την αστοχία, καίγοντας ως άγρια πυρκαγιά. Thank you very, very much, all of you, and especially you, John and Philip. Thank you very much.
Very much to you, Vasilis. Thank you very much. Then I go to Italy because maybe Marica need to go out to. Vado a Italia perché Marica, se tu vuoi partire, vuoi lasciare la sessione, non c'è un problema già, ok?
Grazie.
Okay. The poet for you is Ada Merini.
Grande.
And you can read the last poem for the session.
Alda Merini è stata anche una grande educatrice e una grande poetessa, quindi molte delle sue poesie vengono anche studiate a scuola e vengono, diciamo, oh mamma mia, mi sono... vengono anche prese appunto come esempio. Quindi è stata proprio una grande scrittrice e innovatrice, direi. Per quanto riguarda la mia poesia, si intitola Oblio e adesso ve la leggo. Sono luce, minuto di bellezza, effimeri sorrisi, angeliche melodie, calore umano, purezza di sentimenti, gioie di interminabili istante. Vorrei potermi strappare l'anima, donartela, liberarti dall'oscurità così profonda, di rabbia e amarezza, sconforto e apatia. La bellezza, offuscata dalle nebbie dei giorni, mina l'empatia, tenta di trascinarmi giù, con te. Resisto. Siamo nero e bianco, guerra e pace, yin e yang. Cristallizzo il mio cuore per non farci travolgere dall'oblio.
Grazie mille, cara Marica, è un piacere averti con noi, la sessione è un piacere, grazie mille. E io ti mando, e anche Filippo, un grande, grande abbraccio, molto forte, e un grande bacio a te.
Grazie, arrivederci a tutti, buona serata.
Ci vediamo, se vuoi partire non c'è problema, se vuoi rimanere mancano 5 minuti, forse e finisce.
Devo andare.
Come tu vuoi, ok.
Grazie,
Uh,
arrivederci.
okay. And we are going to Portugal. We return to Porto with Cristina Pizarro. The poet is. What is the poet important in Portugal? Pessoa?
Not very important.
Pessoa? Va bene?
Important
Fernando Pessoa?
Important for you.
Va,
Yes,
va,
I think that Fernando
háblanos un poco de la poesía portuguesa, tanto de antes como la actual, como tú quieras, y nos lees el último poema.
First of all, I think that art in general, it creates with people that are not a normal person in the right sense. Oh, I cannot see this very well. I think that all of perspective of art, painter, sculpture, and poems and narrative, the persons who do something in this area are special. Not me, but the person in general are a kind of are a different perspective of reality, and I like this. Yes, Fernando Pessoa, for me, it's a genius, because there are at least four people inside the same body. Okay, there is a capacity to subdivide this inside of spirit in a multi-personal personality. This is a genius. I think it's one of them. There are a lot of poets in Portugal that I like very much. Sofia de Melbrenner, this is poetry I like very much. Saramago, this is the Premio Nobel of Literature. This is a writer I like very much. And Fernando Pessoa, Eugênio de Andrade, António Gedeão, there are a lot of them. Okay, you must see something.
There are so many Portuguese poets. So many. Camões.
We are a particularity. This is a feeling that we call saudade, and we are very. I think the Portuguese people are a special tendency or affinity to write poetry. Maybe all countries do the same. Now I'm going to read the last poem. And this is Luz que Cega. Toda a felicidade do mundo está hoje aqui, nestes lençóis brancos, imaculados, de algodão a linho. Não faz diferença nenhuma. A luminosidade do dia ou da noite, se é sol, se é do sol ou da lua, não faz diferença nenhuma. reveste a cor das paredes de um branco sem cor, onde espadas trespassam corpos ou almas. Não faz diferença nenhuma. E no grito da boca transborda a saliva de palavras que, ditas ou caladas, são a plenitude e uma paz que é nossa. Não faz diferença nenhuma. Porque hoje estamos mais lúcidos que uma pedra, de mármore ou granito. Não faz diferença nenhuma. Licença.
Thank you very much, Cristina. Un grande abrazo
Ok.
a te.
Yo que agradezco a todos vosotros, a ti Juan, por el convite que me has hecho, a Irene y a Filippo y a todos los que son presentes. Me ha gustado mucho.
And now we finish with Llorenç, Garrit. The poet is Blaibonet. Blaibonet is a big poet from Mallorca, from the Catalan culture, and explain what is for you the Catalan literature for you, and you don't have a poem, but you want to say something. Is the same. What do you want? You can finish with freedom. I give you the freedom to say what do you want.
Well, for us, in Santanyc is my village. It's a honor to have poetries like Blai Bonet or Bernat Vidal y Tomàs that in his moment went the big poetries from Spain and are recognized around the territory. And we live in a little village in the south of Mallorca. It's very, very, very important for us. It's an honor, and have relation with the descendants of these people. It's always great because you can ask him things and show your works. And these people are all a very cultural people, and they really conserve the spirit of his fathers, and that's why I think it's an honor to be part or descendant from this genius from the poetry. I have a little poem from
Okay.
I can read it. Diu: no matalleu els brots del meu dolor, deixeu-me omplir la boca de donzell, segau-me els cascavells de glòria antiga i les flautes collides a dins l'aire. Despullau-me la meva pell cremada de les fines camises de lli blanc, que restí com un mort estès fet pedra al llarg quietud dura d'altar. No puc parlar, que tinc la meva boca urna de sol ponent, flors de safrà, inflada de tant golpejar la deixa de l'amat blanca lluna del seu cel. This is poetry from Pizarro.
Thank you very much, Llorenç. També una abraçada molt forta. Ens veiem d'aquí una hora o dues, ens veiem a Santanyí. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I am very, very happy to have this session with you, because I think the poetry with you is today is arrived to the top, to have that is the fire of the Festival of Panorama. I am very thankful to the Irene to resist these sessions. Maybe is a work, very hard work to do so many sessions, but many thanks.
It's always a pleasure. Don't you worry about that.
I know, but I thank you, because I think it's important task work, and thank you to Pinardi, the president, from the writers, for this emotional panorama this year that I think is very, very, very interesting to do these things. I give you to end the session for you all the session.
Thank you so much, dear Joan. It's really a pleasure to meet each time with you, with Filippo, and all the beautiful people that we gather every time, like Vasilis, Cristina, Llorenç, Marica, right, Peihang Lee, everybody that we invite each time. It's always a pleasure and honor to hear from them. And we become more connected with each other. So bottom line, like you all said, and you used in your magnificent poems, words ignite fire. And it's true. And really, what wonderful, crisp verses we all indulged in today. In fact, so melodious and profound. In a multilingual festival like Panorama, all languages seem like a bouquet of fresh flowers budding in the sunlight. Poetry unites us all. And it's not just for pleasure, like Cristina said, it's necessity, giving us wings to fly across all borders. And we, you, all together, are the proof. Your inspiring prompts through literature towards environmental awareness and with the aim to protect nature are unique and spark igniting too. So much in alignment with the vision and mission of the Writers' Capital International Foundation. We are happy and proud that your voice has been heard in more than 80 countries across the globe, along with the messages you wish to convey towards a better planet. In this year, we are also embarking on an exciting endeavor, the establishment of Lovedale, the headquarters of the Writers' Capital International Foundation, situated in the culturally rich city of Mysore, India. Lovedale is not just a building. It's a place to pause, recharge, and reconnect with their essence. Regardless of nationality, class, or religion, Lovedale aims to be a unifying space for everyone. Furthermore, Lovedale, it's a code name as you understand, envisions various community projects, including an old age home, an orphanage, and initiatives aimed at uplifting society. Your support, whether moral or otherwise, is crucial for the success of these ventures. Together, we can make a significant difference in the lives of those in need. Please continue conveying these mighty values of humanity through your verses, through your pens. We thank each one of you, esteemed delegates, for being a major part of this event with your magnificent literary works. We also thank our viewers from across the world for watching us. And before parting with you, we call you all to join us in Writers' Capital Foundation, embracing this massive social change. Become a proud member and let us all join hands and forces for a better future of us all, especially the next generation. That is also something that we have to talk about with Vasilis too, who is also a part of the youth wing of Writers' Capital Foundation. Thank you all. Goodbye, everyone. We promise to unite ourselves in the realm of literature again real soon. A warm hug for you all from Athens, Greece, embracing the whole world. Thank you all. Kisses.